hope you'll forgive me for using a physical metaphor to introduce unit testing. As you can see behind me is a busy junction. Cars are coming from different directions, 4 or 5 directions, and it's quite complex, chaotic behaviour. It's really hard to see what's going on, and this is quite an accurate metaphor for a big, complex software system, I think. So in this case, as you see, it's very hard to extricate one bit of the system from another. Now, test analysts, or when you're making full system test, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at the complete system. Unit testing is really the opposite. It's completely different and is opposing. So, if I was to unit test that particular junction interaction, I wouldn't do it. I can't do it because there's no way I can get a particular unit. Instead, unit testing will be done on a car in isolation from its environment. So I can look at the general qualities of that particular car. So unit testing is not just finely grained, it's also small scale and isolated from its environment. Which brings us to mocking, which I won't explain now, but that is one technique, stubbing out the environment, which can be used to isolate in the same way as you might drive a car into a MOT garage with those rollers. And when on the rollers, you can test certain facets of the car in isolation from its environment and make more precise and scientific readings than you could in a complex, busy, integrated environment like the one we see behind. An integration test might well use, as you can see behind, lots of different cars, but probably not the complete application. So perhaps a useful metaphor for that would be the junction. We might consider the junction in isolation and perhaps stub off the rest of its environment. Now, well, what's a full test? Well, I don't know what the full application for this would be, but a functional or full system test would encompass much more behaviour than this simple junction. Would encompass the entire environment, the entire software system in which the particular components live. Unit testing, a bit like testing a car in isolation rather than as part of traffic. Maybe a useful metaphor.